Hey everybody, welcome into another Purple Insider Extra. Matthew Coller here inside TCO Performance Center following an epic practice for the Vikings. They went well past their usual 4:15 or so stopping point, one of the hottest practices of the year as well. So this team getting a lot of work in. They have a stretch of 7 practices in 8 days, and next Monday, the night practice that is a yearly tradition here for the Vikings. Before practice, Adam Thielen talked about something notable here at camp, which is the general vibe that Kevin O'Connell has tried to create. And one thing that's noticeable is the lack of yelling at practice from the head coach. And what Thielen said is basically, look, that they're going to use the mistakes on reps to coach later and talk about in meetings, but when they happen in the moment, you're not going to see Kevin O'Connell blowing a gasket on the sideline, and that's a little bit unusual. And he even called it awkward to have a coach who does not yell during practice, but instead will address it later. And he talked about how a more positive approach to this team from Kevin O'Connell will likely have dividends later. As we know, they are indeed the Minnesota Vikings, but at any time in the NFL, you're going to face some type of adversity. So a notable comment there about the early returns of the new coach. So as for the practice goes, Adam Thielen had a great day catching a long touchdown. KJ Osborne also another one. It's becoming sort of old hat that the wide receivers are dominating here on the practice field. But today, the most effective offensive practice so far for the Vikings. And it wasn't just the star wide receivers who are stepping up at times. Dan Chisna had several good catches in the 11-on-11s, but also completely burned a guy on one-on-ones and made a catch. Is Dan Chisna going to be on the roster is certainly a question, as he is a mainstay on the punt team as the gunner, but also if he can show that there's something there as a speedster wide receiver. He did get in a couple of games last year and maybe could convince the team to keep him on the 53. Also, Jalen Naylor made a couple of good plays today. The Vikings 6th round wide receiver making his first noise in camp with a few nice receptions today. Also, Jordan Hicks had a couple of good plays as Hicks becomes the Anthony Barr of this defense now, playing alongside of Eric Kendricks, including an interception, which he ran back for a touchdown, although, no one was trying to tackle him. As far as the offensive line goes, Chris Reed had played some at center, but not today. He was mostly working as a guard today. Also, Oli Udoh, who had been playing on the right side, did a little work on the left side as far as the backup linemen go. On the defensive side, we saw a lot of Patrick Jones taking first team reps, mixing in and a lot with the second team as well. It appears that Patrick Jones may be separating himself as that backup edge rusher along with DJ Wanham behind Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter. Also, it's worth noting, again, because it's the Vikings, that Greg Joseph had another great day. He wrapped up practice with 2 bombs from around 55 yards, at least over 50, and met with cheers from everyone on the sideline. So that is 10 for Greg Joseph's last 10 here at training camp. He's gotten off to a great start. Okay, that's it for me. Look for daily updates here from Purple Insider inside TCO Performance Center, and we will catch you next time.